morning from Selden Pass. Look at that, sun is rising. Had a great night's sleep. Slept in a little bit. It's actually 7:30, so it's not terribly. Climbed this mile of a mountain to get over the pass. Just had breakfast on top. Gonna start heading down. So the goal is to get the VVR today, take a zero tomorrow, resupply, and keep cranking. But you can see the weather's just killer. And legs are feeling strong. Day 72 on the PCT. And I'm just gonna enjoy the day. So I will keep you posted. Thanks for waking up and watching this morning. Looking forward to getting a VVR. And another pass can kiss my ass. Over and out. All right, I'm not sure what this is, but it almost looks like cubic, some type of quartz structure in this. I saw it, I think, one other place, but this is clearly quartz. You can see it right here. And then you got basically making this square type pattern. Pretty cool. Well, I'm right in the middle of it all. But it definitely caught my eye, and then when I looked to see where the water was flowing, it looks like some type of marble in someone's bathroom. Pretty cool. Beautiful, beautiful. People are cruising, getting some good miles in now. Trail's starting to get a little easier. And a lot of the passes, although there's plenty more, seem to be not as concerning, so that's good. All right. Coming down Bear Creek. Look at that water flow. It's ripping. I said, blocking in some volcanics, looking at a lot of white pines, trying to differentiate between the ponderosa, sequoias, trees, and the Jeffrey pines. They're both pretty similar. Pine cones are similar. The Jeffrey pines, pine cone, the pointy barb actually goes inside, and they use the term gentle Jeffrey, and the ponderosa ones go outside. Can really damage your fingers if you don't watch out. But in any event, going to VVR and looking forward to it. Resupply laundry and get a shower. Big days out. All right, over and out. Keep you posted when we get there. All right, another bridge crossing this wild, roaring river. Look at this. This thing is staunch. So, the PCT continues towards Mammoth. Or you could go to VVR, which is Vermilion Vacation Resort or something. And that's where I need to resupply. So, got about 1.5 miles to a ferry launch. They charge $20 one way, takes you to the resort. Looking forward to that. And they let hikers camp outside or get a room or whatever. So, all right, heading that way. And another great day on the PCT, day 72. All right, this is the Edison ferry landing. It's about 4 o'clock. Got this beautiful beach slash waterway you can camp out here if you want. And the ferry picks us up right there. So it's got to wait about 40 minutes, and here we go. Unloading the ferry.
Okay. Wait, Lydia? No, sorry.
Marissa.
Oh,
We went like a long.
yes. Well, have a good night.
Good time.
It's all you need.
Thanks, Captain. Good time. Goodbye.
Enjoy, guys.
All right, thanks. Yeah. All right, we are day 73 0 at VVR, getting ready for lunch. So, gotta like that. They ring a bell and they tell you they're coming. So, doing that, and then just been working on the phone all day. They got a full resupply here. You can see.
Oh, do you have a lot on the fire?
All this stuff. Very nice. Fishing tackle too. And yeah, sort of excited. All right, day 75, leaving VVR. Very great stay. Just got done with paying my tab. Was $370. for all the food. Basically 2 days. Not bad at all. Very nice place. Recommended it. Thumbs up to everybody. And just waiting for the ferry to take us back to the trail. Day 75 on the PCT 2025. Alright, look at this. This is our ferry. Look at that lake. That is Lake Edison. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, just came out of that sort of down and climbing for the last 5.5 miles and getting ready to cross Silver Pass. And Silver Lake should be right up here too. Heading that way, not much further, 0.8, over and out. Alright, there's a little lake, and then there's this beauty, which is Silver Pass Lake. And Silver Pass is right through that little crevice there. And that way. Oh yeah. Alright, look at that. Sun's a dropping. Day 75. Looking for a campsite. But that is one beautiful view. Skeeters are out on day 75. Just got done with a delicious dinner. Had a little curry and a little lasagna. Watching the sunset. Counting up the miles on day 75. Good morning. Day 75. That was a day off yesterday. But short day yesterday, but a lot of up. 9 miles is all. And looking at getting close to the Mammoth exit. So we can go into Mammoth and get our stuff that's at the post office on Monday. So most likely I'll just sleep outside the trailhead, and then saving money on a camp. They're not having to get a room, and then just go in on Sunday. So just gonna enjoy the Saturday. Day 75 on the PCT. Let's get some hiking done. Over and out. All right, here's a big shout out to the Purple Raiders back in Alliance, Ohio. Go Mountain Union. This is the Purple Lake. Just for you guys. Go Raiders. All right, at a stream crossing. And look, I wish every stream had that type of little walkway. We got a nice little bridge. Woo, baby. No feet getting wet on this one. All right, look at these views. The trail is beautiful. Just one smashing view after another. And we're gonna hit 900 miles in less than a half mile. Woo, baby. Exciting. Here we go. All right, again, thanks for watching. Rick Osborne Jr. with Geology Rocks. Out on the PCT, day 75. Gonna call it a night, put the phone away, get my camp set up, and get to bed. Thanks for watching. Milestone today was hitting the 900 mile mark, which is awesome. And today again is day 75, so I'll pick up some mileage, but some people say once you get through Yosemite, you start getting faster, so looking forward to that. But all in all, averaging about 12 miles a day to where I'm at, which is not lightening it up, but definitely comfortable. All right, signing off from the PCT 2025, right outside Mammoth Lake. Over now. All right, just come upon McLeod Lake here early Sunday morning. Look at that. almost to the trailhead into Mammoth. Gorgeous. It's warming up too, which is good because it was chilly this morning. And literally water that was freezing in my water bag. All right, gonna keep grooving. Grooving, baby. All right, coming down to Horseshoe Lake, and we got a trailhead, and there's the trolley, which is awesome. And hopefully it'll hold tight and wait. But this is a really neat spot for a lot of people that are visiting Mammoth. And I'll be jumping that trolley right there. All right, waiting for the bus. 12:30, all our chores are done. Day 76, going back up to Horseshoe. Get up to the trailhead, have a little lunch, and get back on the PCT between you and me. Woo, baby. PCT, it's just like you and me, baby, do PCT. All right, back on the PCT. So glad to be. I miss you. I love you. And just got out of Mammoth and heading to Red Meadows, which is about 3.5. Set up camp, so we didn't have a completely zero today, and hit it high tomorrow. Keep you posted. Bonus. Red Meadow burger time. Yummy, 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 yummy. Well, after having a big old burger, we found the hot springs, this makeshift little tub, jumped into that awesome hot water, relaxed, had a great swim, and then hit the hay. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. And have a great day. Over and out.